Hi and welcome to one of our product tutorials. So we've got a new anti-spam software that we're rolling out to our customers. Why are we rolling out our new anti-spam software? So the old anti-spam software that you're currently using and have been using for a number of years detected email as it arrived into your mail server, which meant it was only ever done at the gateway. So if an email post arriving was found to be malicious or trying to send you to somewhere where you shouldn't be going to, then that email wouldn't have been changed. So we want to release a new application that's going to allow us to detect those emails both as they arrive and once they've been in your inbox for a minute, 5 minutes, a day, a week, or however long that may be. So the new protection is called an API-based anti-spam solution. It has a couple of quirks to it. So up until now, as soon as you received an email, it would have either gone into your junk or into a quarantine message, or it would have arrived into your inbox. Whereas what you kind of see with the API solution is that when the email arrives into your inbox, you might see it appear in your inbox just momentarily, and then you'll see it disappear. Looks like someone's deleted your email for you, but actually what it is, it's the API software reading the content of the email, making a decision on whether or not it is good or bad, and then routing it accordingly. So sometimes that might end up in your junk, and occasionally you may just never ever find it at all because it's been deemed as being really bad email, and it makes sure that you don't see that. But don't worry, on our end, we're able to see what's happened to those emails, we're able to see why those emails got caught, and we're able to remediate those. So we can either remediate it, that means it arrives back in your inbox, or we can remediate it that says I want to remove that from your inbox. Now, so from an IT perspective, this gives us a real clever ability to be able to retrospectively make changes in your inbox. So let's say somebody sends an email to your entire company, and then one person happens to spot that it's a malicious email and the software wasn't able to pick that up. We're then able to remediate that across every single mailbox in your tenant, in your email account, and we're also actually able to remediate that across every single customer. So if we see a particular supplier, let's say Amazon for instance, start sending out emails saying that you need to pay this invoice and it's actually deemed to be spam, we can remediate that across our entire tenancy and across every single client that we have. So the greater the pool of people, the more likely we are to be able to catch those and the bigger benefit that has. So really then, what do you need to do? Absolutely nothing. All you need to be aware of is that those emails may appear in your inbox and then they might disappear from your inbox, and that is absolutely fine. What you will find is in the early days of this, the application is trying to learn what is good and what's bad, trying to make those decisions, and it will get that wrong occasionally. And you'll end up with perfectly legitimate email inside your junk box. What you'll also find is some email that you thought was perfectly legitimate will be routed into your junk box because it actually isn't legitimate. So for instance, the sender may have a web link on their email, and that web link may be classified as being spammy or harmful, and therefore it's being junked. So it may look completely fine, but actually it isn't. But that's when we're here. We're here to make sure that you're able to get that email and understand kind of why it got picked up as being spam. As we start out the process of rolling this out to yourselves, we run a learning mode. So we'll run that for about a month. We'll make sure that we're catching any of the obvious red flags and adding in some rules to try and catch some emails. So maybe internally you've got people that a name on their email that is getting flagged. You also might have it so that, for instance, one of your directors in the company is sending email from a personal email address into the work email, and that's being caught because it's their name on their personal and it's got their name on their email, and that thinks they're trying to be impersonated. So we can pick up those things during the learning process and try and make sure that's as simple as possible for you. Obviously, if you have any questions or queries, we'll be able to answer those. If you have any ideas or any thoughts, then let us know. We'll start rolling this out immediately, and you should see the positive effects of that over the next coming months.